Nana do say appear. I will see very much effect. Could you show a baby? And then I know, let's say, Gambe Mamaka, podcast Kakra. Honorable Amapoma Boati, Deputy Minister for Communications and Digitalization, and Member of Parliament for Dublin constituency. Honorable Kweku Cheba for Municipal Chief Executive of Bekwai District. Executives of the ruling New Patriotic Party. The Deputy Administrator of, which is the CEO of Gov't, Mrs. Iba Andopoku. The Acting Chief Director of the Ministry, Mr. Afo. Directors, staff of the Ministry and Gov't here in gathered. Our friends from the media, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. A country's ability to develop and improve the lives of citizens is determined by the implementation of policies that support the extent of adoption and application of technology, in my opinion. I believe that's widely shared. Let's get back into the establishment of Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communications, Gov't, as an agency of the Ministry of Communications and Digitalization, with a core mandate to bridge the existing digital divide in the country. Gov't aspires to be a world-class universal access fund for information and communication technologies, ICTs, and we are working tirelessly to achieve that vision. Gov't, since its establishment under President J. Kufuor in 2004, has evolved into a solutions-oriented organization to ensure universal access and digital inclusion in the remotest parts of the country. We provide, or we rely mainly on 3 program areas. 1, infrastructure development. 2nd, equipment and resource provision. And finally, capacity building. Our flagship rural connectivity program, which constitutes our biggest program by far, ensures the facilitation and provision of telecommunications infrastructure, popularly called networks, to communities which are considered unserved or underserved. These are relatively small communities with low economic viability, and hence the inability of the mobile network, that's the licensed mobile network operators, the MTNs, the Vodafones, the Airtel Tigos, to extend their services to these areas. Through the Ghana Rural Telephony and Digital Inclusion Project, 2,016 communities are being connected to voice and data services to enhance socio-economic lives. I'd like to talk a little bit about this rural connectivity program. Gov't is now about 18 years old. And during that time, we've done quite a bit in terms of providing connectivity to many rural communities, unserved or underserved areas. And it is true that we've done quite a bit of work. So let's just look at the first few years of the existence of Gov't. That would be, let's say, from about 2004 to 2008. During that time, a lot of work went in. And I'm proud to say that the CEO at the time, Honorable Kofi Asante, who has retired and who is my immediate predecessor, because he led the group, the organization from 2004 to 2008, and then came back when the MPP government came back in 2017, a second time to be CEO again until his retirement last year. Now, so from 2004 to 2008, it was mostly a formative period. Lots of laws were passed. Act 775 was passed to give backing to the work that Gov't has since been doing. From 2009 to 2016, the government at that time did quite a bit of work. And it has been shown by the facts that about 78 rural connectivity sites, if I can call them that way, were established during those times or were built. The number is what? 78. And then this government has been in power from 2017 for about 6 years now. Let's look at what has happened to our main program as an organization. 400 sites were built between 2017 and 2016. 400. And then, from 2017 to 2019. Then from 2020 till now, we're on track to build 2,016 sites across the country. About half of them have been built to date. So this shows the government's commitment to making sure that everyone, because as I said recently on a program, which was an online program called Patriotic Spaces, how do you digitalize if you don't have access? How do you partake in digitalization if the basic of digitalization, which is access, is not there? So the government has recognized that. We're very happy. Gov't has had an infusion of investment to the tune of about $200 million, and we're implementing this project proudly. Of course, this is the handiwork of our own sector minister, the Honorable Eslewuswe Kufo, who is the MP for Ablekuma West, and also our sector minister. She led all this, and we're very proud as an organization to implement this fantastic project. We also have our second program, which is our Cyber Labs program, and it's aimed at improving access to ICT by providing ICT equipment to schools, institutions, and communities. We also build and operate within the Cyber Labs program the community ICT centers to serve as digital hubs to provide training and other services to citizens. An example of the new model CIC is what you see right behind me. We came in to meet CICs. A lot of them are huge. They are built. At times you wonder exactly what the strategy is behind them, these huge ones that we came in to meet, because we build them, and we have to remember, as the MCE so eloquently said, we have to remember maintenance. So the new model, which this government is so proud to unveil, is one that we believe is portable, very well, easy to maintain, and that is what we're proud to implement today, to make sure not only do we set them up, but they are easy to maintain and sustain. 30 of these are being commissioned at the moment. This is the second one that's being commissioned, and I have the onerous duty to make sure that all 30 are commissioned this year, and we're working on that. We have, in talking about maintenance, we have also recently initiated an exercise to assess our completed CICs. As I mentioned, some of them were built, so huge and so on, and we're making sure that this assessment is done to make sure that we assess the needs, we see whatever problems we have with them, and make sure that we maximize their usage, and then ensure that the maintenance regime is one that's effective enough. Today, we're elated to be here to witness an example of our final program, which is the capacity building program. Cyber labs and capacity building often go together because you need certain facilities to be able to train people. And we are also happy to mention that, especially in the area of our capacity building, we have received enormous support from our stakeholders. We can't mention our stakeholders without mentioning ones like MTN, Vodafone, Airtel, Tigo, who have been our bedrock, and we're very thankful for what they continue to do to fund our projects. But we also have partners across the globe, and one of those else is the International Telecommunications Union. You heard Mr. Wahima talk about the ITU. We collaborate with them, we collaborate with UNESCO, collaborate with the German International Corporation, GIZ, the Norwegian Agency for Development, NORAD, who have funded the very program that just wrapped up today. That's our Digital Transformation Centers program, DTC. And last time we met the ITU team from Geneva, they told us that there were about 10 countries in that program at that time who had signed up, and Ghana was one of them. And Ghana, out of the 10, was the only country that received full funding from a donor agency, and that was from the Norwegians, and then we're very thankful for that. I think we need to give them a round of applause. We are indeed grateful for the support of all our stakeholders for these successes. And while we tout our accomplishments, to collectively sustain the impact of our capacity building projects. And this we will do by effectively following through on the gains. So we'll continue to engage our beneficiaries, those that we've trained 3,169, and I'm not going to bother you too much with the detail. Honorable Deputy Minister will talk so much about that today. So but we'll continue to engage them to make sure that the impact of this capacity building project, the skills, the knowledge that they have gained, they make sure that they put them to good use, make us all proud, so that we can all continue to benefit from digitalization. Thank you so much, and God bless our homeland Ghana. Thank you.
Hi viewers, subscribe to Royal Pure Media's YouTube channel and you'll get access to original content as well as rare talents from all over the world.